Good afternoon, students. Today we will be taking up the next part in the two stories of flying. First, we had seen his first flight, and the second one is The Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth. Right? Frederick Forsyth is an English writer, journalist, a former spy, and occasional political commentator. He had written many stories, many novels, on which there were films that were made. That some of them are The Day of the Jackal, The Odessa File, The Dogs of War, and others. Most of the books that he had written are crime thrillers, and most of them were bestsellers. Right? This story, The Black Aeroplane, deals with the man's willingness to reach a certain place, his willingness to complete the job. Okay? This story deals with when the author says that he was flying from Paris to England and the weather was very nice. He was flying, the moon was up in the sky behind him, there were stars in the shining in the clear sky, there were no clouds, the weather was just wonderful, just fine for flying. And he was flying high up the countryside, the sleeping countryside. That means it was night, it was already 1:30 in the morning, that is the next day. Okay, it was night and he was flying in his old Dakota. Dakota is a very small aeroplane, usually 2-seater, 4-seater, or sometimes it is 20-25 seaters also, which is used in the armies. But his was Dakota DS-088, which is a 2-seater. He was flying from France to England to his family. Right? He wanted to be with his family, so he was flying in the night. He thought that he should call the Paris control room, and when he contacted, he informed that Dakota DS-088 flying towards England. So the lady at the Paris control room instructed him to turn 12 degrees west to move towards England. Now he was very happy. This Dakota aeroplane has 2 fuel tanks. One fuel tank was finished and he switched on to the second fuel tank, which was the last. That means whatever fuel was there in that tank should suffice till he reached England. Right? Now he was thinking about his family, fantasizing the breakfast that he would be having with his family. He thought that he would have a good big English breakfast. Right? He had missed all these things and he wanted to have everything with his family. So he was very happy. Now Paris was 150 kilometers behind him, and when he was in the sky, he saw that suddenly the weather changed. There were clouds in the sky, the storm clouds, the black clouds. Now these black clouds in the sky seemed like black mountains. Why mountains? Because they were very big in size. Okay, so he saw the clouds which were as big as mountains. Now he thought that he could encircle the cloud and go to from the north or the south, but it was very difficult because he did not have enough fuel. So he thought that he could go even above the cloud. His aeroplane was capable enough to carry him above the cloud, but even that would need more fuel, and he did not have enough fuel. So he thought of getting into the cloud, passing through the cloud. He said, I will take the risk. because he did not have enough fuel to go back to Paris also. So it was very difficult for him to go anywhere except getting into the cloud. So these big clouds, black mountains like clouds, he went through the clouds fantasizing about the breakfast that he would be having with his family, right? So he took the risk, went inside the cloud. Now when he went inside the cloud, his old Dakota, it twisted, it jumped up and down in the air. There were bumps, right? And that is why it jumped and twisted in the air. Now he thought to look at the compass so that he could decide on the direction to which he has to go. But what he saw, that his compass was going round and round and round. His compass was not working, right? Then he tried to call the Paris control room. His radio was also not working. So all his instruments, including the radio, the compass, everything was dead. So he was in midst of the huge clouds with no contact with anyone, no compass to show him the direction. It was a very grave situation, and he thought that he was lost in the storm. Which way to go, he was not sure. Suddenly he saw another aeroplane, a black aeroplane besides him. There were no lights on the wings of the aeroplane. Usually there are lights, you know that. So this black aeroplane did not have any light on its wings, but it was flying parallel to him. So he thought, whatever it is, he is having a companion. He could not see anything, but he could see the pilot in the black aeroplane who was waving at him, right? This pilot was waving at him and asking him to follow him. He said, "Follow me," right? Then he turned a bit north so that the black aeroplane would be in front of the author's aeroplane, right? So it would be easier for the author to follow him. Now the author was very happy to go behind him. Now he had someone who would be directing him, who would be taking him safely out of this huge mountain-like clouds. He was also worried because the fuel was not enough. It was only for the 5 to 10 minutes time that he could fly. It was not more than that. Now the black aeroplane in front of him started going down. Now he was surprised. He also started going down, right? He had to follow the black aeroplane. So when the black aeroplane started going down, he followed it and he also went down, right? And when he went down, he saw that he was out of the clouds, right? He had crossed that huge mountain-like black clouds, right? And when he came out of the clouds, he saw a long straight line of lights, right? You must have seen on the runways of the airport, there are rows of lights. These lights are put so that one comes to know that I have to land in between those two lights. Throughout the runway, there are lights on either side of the road. So when he saw this strip, when he saw the long line of lights, he was very happy. He had reached an airport. So on the runway, he brought down his Dakota DS-088 and he walked towards the control room, right? He was very happy to leave the aeroplane. There was no fear that anyone would do anything with the aeroplane with Dakota, because all the instruments are not working. right? The fuel was not there. So he was very sure that nothing is going to happen to his aeroplane. So he kept the aeroplane there. He moved towards the control tower. He wanted to inquire about the black aeroplane and its pilot. So he went towards the lady and asked her about the black aeroplane and the pilot, and he said that he wanted to thank that pilot because he had guided him out of the cloud and he had safely reached there. So he was very happy. He wanted to know about the pilot, but the lady at the counter at the control tower said, which aeroplane? Right? Another aeroplane. Up there in the storm. No question. There was no other aeroplane except yours that I could see on a radar. Right? There was no aeroplane, no black aeroplane in the sky. As it was a stormy night, there was no other aeroplane flying. The lady said that there was no other aeroplane than yours which I could spot on the radar. Now the author was puzzled. Who was that person flying the aeroplane? Who was that person who guided him? Who was that person who helped him reach safely to England? He was surprised, right? Now you also must be wondering who that person was. Actually, that is our consciousness, right? It is our thoughts. We believe in ourselves, but we need something which we can say that yes, this is the one who has helped me. So when the author had lost his confidence, he relied on someone else, although it was his conscience, right? His conscience which had helped him. His conscience which told him which route to take. His motivation where to land. And this all helped him to reach England, to cross the storm. Okay? So now we will be taking some important phrases. These are the important phrases. You pause the video and note it down. Okay? We'll discuss one by one. The first is a good big English breakfast. He wanted to have a good big English breakfast with his family. The homemade breakfast. Right? He had been away for a long period from his family. So he wanted to come back to his family and enjoy the breakfast with his family, the homemade breakfast, and that too a very lavish breakfast. Second is they looked like big black mountains. The clouds, the black clouds in the sky on the stormy night, they looked like black mountains because mountains are very difficult to cross, right? So huge, big mountain like clouds. Third is he is trying to help me. He thinks that there is a black aeroplane. He thinks that this pilot is going to help me out of the storm. Actually, it is his conscience. Okay? I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota. When he landed on the airport, he was very happy to move out. He was not sorry to walk away because he knew that nothing is going to happen to his aircraft. Right? He was enjoying the landing and he was so happy that he was in a hurry to contact the control room so that he could thank the pilot of the black aeroplane. And he knew that nothing is going to happen to his aircraft because all the instruments were dead, the fuel was not there in the aircraft, So no one could harm or no one could take away his aircraft. So he was not sorry to leave that aircraft there. Okay, so finish it up, write it in your copies and be prepared. Okay, thank you.